Yeah, Mr. Officer, what happened?
We got a phone call that you're trying to steal this vehicle?
No, that bullshit. They lied to you. I discovered this car. I'm discovering this car.
This gentleman right here is telling me.
Yeah, I went inside to get some water. I left my car out here in front of my driveway, and he
You
doesn't want to get out the
bullshit.
car.
You lied. This is not your car no more. I discovered it. You lying.
Sir, you can't discover a car.
What you mean? It's here. It's open. I get inside. I discover the car. It's my car now. What day is today?
Today is Columbus Day.
Okay, and what he do?
He discovered America.
Bullshit, because somebody was already here. How you gonna discover something que alguien estaba allá? And what the first country he discovered?
He discovered Dominican Republic and Haiti first.
No, bullshit, because Pefita told me she was there already, colando café when he got there. So why you lie?
Sir, I need you to get out of the car.
I
sir.
cannot get. I discovered it.
No, but
listen, I'm busy. I have somewhere to go. I discovered this car. I have to leave.
Sir, this is not your vehicle.
It's mine now because I discovered, Mr. Officer, and I'm trying to explain to you.
Sir, I need you to get
Tell
out of the
him
vehicle.
I'm leaving.
Sir,
okay,
this is this gentleman's car.
Do you remember when they told us that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction? And that's why they went in with the Allies and invaded? What if I tell you that the reason was something else? Saddam Hussein had found a lot of Anunnaki artifacts. In fact, he thought that he was the reincarnation of one of the kings in the lineage of the Anunnaki. And he was rebuilding Babylon. He also was building a theme park with the Anunnaki theme. It was this magnificent structure. And it was said that within these artifacts, there was also a Stargate. I was living right near the NATO base. And because I spoke English, whenever I'd go out and there were the guys from NATO and stuff, the soldiers, we'd talk a lot. I came to become friends with a lot of them. And a lot of them, when they drank, said a lot of things that maybe they weren't supposed to. But it was confirmed to me that they were like, we're not going after weapons. We're going after the artifacts. And that always stuck in my mind for years and years to come. Artifacts. At the time, I didn't know what Anunnaki and the Anunnaki Chronicle and history and the scriptures were. So I really didn't understand, nor at the time was I educated enough to believe in what I believe and know now. I never made a video on this because I was like, how can I prove it? You know, with how the Western media does their propaganda and stuff. It's hardly impossible to get the truth out there. But then I found this clip.
Have you ever noticed how Japanese bullet trains have those really long noses? Now, you might think it helps them go faster, but it's actually not true because the bullet trains in China and Europe are even faster than the Japanese trains and do not require really long noses. You see, the secret to this lies in Japan's landscape. Most of their train routes are full of tunnels with high-density populations around them. Back in the 90s, when their regular bullet trains passed through these tunnels, they used to create really loud sonic booms. The aerodynamic design of these noses significantly cut down the noise levels.
Check this out. This is an eternal flame.
Yep, that's Eternal Flame Falls in New York.
Only 9 eternal flames in the entire world, and this one's inside of a waterfall.
You're wondering how. Let's dive into it. So if you make this hike, the first thing that you're going to notice is a weird rotten egg type smell. What this is natural gas that is seeping through the rock. Because underneath the falls, there is an ancient rock layer full of decomposing organic stuff, like algae or other plants. And gas produced from that decomposition makes its way out of the cracks in the rock. There's a special spot, though, where the gas comes out. You saw that in the video, and that can be lit, creating a long-lasting flame. Now, it's not eternal, despite its name and reputation. In fact, it does go out, and that can be due to water getting in there or strong winds getting through. At the end of the day, hikers normally will relight it so that other people can experience it for themselves. Hope that helps.
Did the ancient Egyptians have light bulbs? The image you're looking at is something called the Dendera light bulb. And I want to be clear that that's what it's called on the internet. And many of you guys have asked me to make a video about it. So I ventured to the Temple of Hathor at Dendera to have a look at the images. The images of the so-called light bulbs are located within the crypts of the temple. The Temple of Hathor has all these hidden rooms within the walls and the floors that you can go around and explore, this being one of them. In these hidden rooms and crypts were statues, but I'll talk more about that in another video about the temple. So many people look at these images and imagine a light bulb. And honestly, I can see why some people would think that. A lot of people on the internet have chose to take the image and try and interpret it for themselves and come up with what it actually is. But what they all fail to do is simply read what's above the image. The ancient Egyptians have very kindly left us some text explaining what is going on in the image. The images simply talk about the divine birth of the god Horus, or as the text calls him, Hor-Sama-Tawi, which just means Horus, uniter of the two lands. However, he is depicted as a snake rather than a falcon as usual. I will put together a series of more in-depth videos explaining the translation and exactly what's going on. But for the sake of this video, and just to answer the question, no, it's not a light bulb, and the ancient Egyptians tell us exactly what's going on. Although it's fun to imagine such a thing existing back then, unfortunately, it didn't.
We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon by eye without looking through the optics. I don't recall during the period of time that we were photographing the solar what stars we could see.
I don't remember seeing any.
You can see the stars.
Oh yeah.
You know, and pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
I don't remember seeing any.
NASA says that we can't leave low Earth orbit.
Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go.
The kinds of technologies that we're testing out on space station are definitely helping us with our goals of going beyond low Earth orbit.
Early in the next decade, a set of crewed flights will test and prove the systems required for exploration beyond low Earth orbit.
And this is really the beginning, I think, of human beings leaving low Earth orbit.
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth.
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth.
NASA tells us that they lost the 1960s technology that took us to the moon.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
The ultimate destination is Mars. So if you gave me all the money in the federal budget today, I could not get a human to Mars.
I think that what you're doing is taking a shot in the dark. You have no way of knowing if any commercial entity will ever be able to put a man in orbit, no matter how much money you throw at them. What you're doing is you're taking NASA's manned space program and making it a faith-based initiative. I yield the rest of my time.
NASA also says that they lost the telemetry data for the moon missions.
I haven't seen anything that indicates the telemetry data is even in existence, and as I said, even if we had it, we don't have the machines to play it back.
Unfortunately, I'm afraid I can't really give you much of a clue as to where this data ended up and whether it still exists or not.
Let's leave your thoughts on that, man.
Look, it's Orion's belt. Did you know those three stars still align with the three Great Pyramids of Giza? Egyptologists date them at around 2500 BC.
That's roughly 4,500 years ago. Wow. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
We've been told that the Earth is spinning on its axis and it's hurling us through space at nearly 1,000 miles an hour. And during all that rotation, the Earth is orbiting the Sun on an average of 67,000 miles per hour. Yeah. We've got the Sun, the Earth, and the entire solar system is all still in motion, and it's orbiting the center of the Milky Way at a blazing 504,000 miles per hour.
That's a whole lot of speed going all sorts of directions.
Right, and yet those same three stars are still aligned with the same three pyramids after all these years.
That's impossible.
Yeah, it is. You've been lied to about where you live, the ground you stand on, your very purpose in life, and who you are as a person. See, the Earth is not a globe spinning around the sun in an infinite vacuum of space. Your feet lie on a flat plane with the firmament over your head. You're not an accident. You're special. And you are at the center of creation.
Oh man, that's some creepy theory there. Look at this, when you are wise and take advantage of an opportunity when it appears. And some good vibes dog here was just chilling for that stuff that washes the car to come on its way, you see? And it's like it hasn't taken a shower for quite some time. And it saw some good vibes opportunity there. Oh, and this dog is very creative and it looks like it's feeling really nice, man. Oh, this is incredible. These animals are very clever, full of good vibes, man. Oh, this is incredible and wonderful. Good people of Earth, from wherever you are watching from. Always send love, always care for the environment, for people around, even for the animals. And that way God will always bless you, you see? When good vibes will never stop coming your way. Oh, because love can heal everything, you see? Love can heal all this chaos you see around, all the bad vibes, all the things that people do to each other that are not right. Just send love and you see the difference. Look at this. Oh my God. What's up with the stars? Oh, that's some crazy stuff.
Oh, you go. Okay. Your turn, Jack. No, Elf. Good job. All right. No, I got the point.
People are not even aware that there is a consciousness shift happening on the planet right now. There's so many distractions. There's all this stuff happening, crazy stuff happening all over the world. And what happens is when people are in fear and anger, they're much easier to control. They're much less likely to
Of minds in the universe is one. It's a singularity. So people talk about the singularity. This is the singularity. And it has to do with the consciousness field.
Okay. Oh my God. Ha! China shocks world with their invasion. Look at this invasion. Oh man. That is crazy. How can they do that? It's like now the person is transparent or something like that. Oh, what type of grass is this? Good people of Earth watching from across the whole world, you see? Even the good people of Earth watching from China. Please tell us, how do you guys do this, you see? Leave some comments. Is this science, physics, chemistry? Or is it just some alien technology? Oh, this is really creepy. Oh my God. Oh, imagine having a sheet like this one that you can wrap yourself with and things are just super clear. How is this possible? Oh my God. You see, people from the past could have said this is witchcraft. If you brought something like this to my ancestor, they could be surprised.
Claims that indeed, as Brother Grush mentioned, CIA, secret program, collecting downed UFOs. Multiple sources say that that agency, maybe involving others, uses U.S. Special Forces, okay, our best operators. Last time I checked, we don't use them for BS situations, okay? Sends U.S. Special Forces to pick up UAPs and then hand them over to private military contractors to figure out whose they are, what they are, etc. The report claims they've collected at least 9 of these, 2 intact. So why don't we know this? What does this mean, and how do we get more answers? Joining tonight, the man on the front line in Congress pushing for full UFO disclosure, getting people chop-blocking him at every turn, including elected representatives from within his own party, GOP member of Congress Tim Burchett, and the independent journalist who broke the UFO cover-up story wide open when he interviewed whistleblower Dave Grush for News Nation, Ross Coulthart. It's good to have you both. Thank you very much. First of all, Ross, does this square with your reckoning at this time, these most recent reports that, yes, government agencies, at least including the CIA, have specific programs and manpower to deal with things that are in the air that they can't identify, want collected and studied?
Absolutely, Chris. Firstly, good evening, and g'day, Tim. What I can tell you is the Office of Global Access is the office in the CIA that has been coordinating this. They have been doing crash retrievals for many years. One of the things that I do take issue with in the Daily Mail story today is that they say there's just 9 craft that have been recovered. My understanding is that there are considerably more. And as the article accurately reports, this is done in collaboration with JSOC, the Joint Special Operations Command, notably with special forces drawn primarily from the US Air Force. So yes, the article is accurate, and I've got it also confirmed independently by multiple senior intelligence sources.
Listen, Congressman, let me ask you, what do you make first of the resistance to transparency within your own party, the other party? What do you make of it?
That's the uniparty, Chris. You know that. You close the door. Your dad and my dad were old school politicians, and at the end of the day, they'd go out and have dinner together and share, some common views. Today, it's you close the door. The only thing these people see is green, and that's what this is all about. It's about money. It's about power. It's about control, and the public's had enough of it. Thanks to good reporting by y'all, and I think we're going to get to the bottom of something here. This CIA issue is huge, and the fact that I too have had some conversations and verified some of this stuff is that it's true. So, of course, I haven't seen it. I don't have to see it, but I think the American public deserves to see what the hell's going on with this stuff, because until we get to the bottom of this, this thing is so big that it travels over into every agency that we have in Washington. Because you've noticed when y'all started reporting this, and polling data was showing that 55% or more of the American public believed that there was something else out there. Now you're seeing departments like NASA. Everybody at the Pentagon is wanting to get on the gravy train. They're saying, hey, we need to study this. We need a robust budget to study this stuff. Hell, they don't need to study it. They've got it. They just need to turn it over to us, and that's the problem.
Oh, man. See, that's really scary. Good people of Earth. I do think wonderful people would keep such information from people. You see, leave your thoughts and comments on all that and the videos that has passed. And like always, hit the like button, the super thanks if possible, and grab some merchandise there. You see, good vibes, man. Thanks for all those deeds that you guys have been doing. Much love and respect. I wish that the universe will reward you. God bless you in a miraculous way that you wouldn't have imagined. And just life to be good towards you. See? Much love, man. Bye bye. Till you meet next time. Keep it tuned. Stick around for some more good vibes video that will be coming your way soon. Bye bye, man. Lots of love and respect. Peace. Goodbye.